Yes?
Yes.
All right. So, super welcome. Today is October 27th. We are approaching Halloween. Yes, October 31st. I don't know about this year because we are still in the pandemic, even though now the situation in Brazil is getting better, thank God. But in the United States, a lot of people are still struggling with COVID. So probably they won't celebrate as much as they usually do, but they still decorate their houses and the gardens and everything. Because Halloween is a big tradition. All right, so today we will talk a little about it. All right, but let's see our page on Google Classroom, okay, as we usually do. We are reviewing, and yes, our plan is to review units 10, 11, and 12 today. I will also give you your final average, okay? And I will remind the students who still need to do any evaluation that is missing, right? So you can have your final grades. Okay, so let's go to our page on Google Classroom. Let's see it. All right. So can you see our page?
Yes.
Yes? Good. So there you go. October 27th, unit wide angle 2 review. As we already know, unit 10. And today we will see the second part of the unit, which focuses on comparatives, how we can better use comparatives. And this time we will talk about as, not as, less than, and the least. All right? These are comparatives of equality. Okay? So let me show you the page. Here, Annalise, we posted some extra material for you to revisit. It's always nice to see them again. I also posted some new material. And let's see who's coming in. Oh, how nice. Rebecca and Kawani. That's really good. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome. Hi, Kawani. Welcome. Good afternoon.
Hi, teacher. Good afternoon.
So, welcome. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome. Good to see you.
Hi, teacher.
Good afternoon. How's
Good
it going?
afternoon.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good.
So, I was talking to Annalise and I was telling her that today we are going to do the second part of the review from Unit 10, but it will be a quick review because I want to focus on the holiday that we will have, which is actually not really a holiday. It's just a celebration, a tradition that a lot of English speaking countries follow, that we call Halloween. Okay, I'm quite sure you heard about it. Every year at Achieve, we have a celebration, but this year, the people at school are having private parties inside the classrooms for the students who are going presentially. So we are not having a big celebration that usually happens when we were not having the pandemic. So because of the pandemic, we are not having that celebration, unfortunately, right? So we are having those private parties just among the students and the teacher inside the classrooms, right? Because we can't really have gatherings and too many people together. But hopefully next year we will be able to have a Halloween party, right? in the way we used to in the past. So today I would like to talk about the Halloween tradition, the origins, and everything. But before that, I would like to resume our review, and also I'd like to talk about our final grades, the grades that you got in your wide angle 2, okay, level. So let me just open up the grades here to show you. Just a second. Just a moment. Let me try to. Some students, they got below average grade because they still have to do some evaluations. They have to do either projects or tasks. So that's why they are below average. Okay, people. So just a moment. I'm opening the spreadsheet. Let me just get it here for you. All right. Okay, Pedro is joining us. Okay, guys. Hi, Pedro. Good
Hi,
afternoon.
teacher. Good afternoon.
Hey, good to
Teacher, é
see you.
verdade? Good to see you.
What, Pedro? Sorry, I don't know. What are you talking about?
Ah, é porque tá tendo festa no curso, né, do Halloween.
No, no. Only some classes are having separate parties inside their classes, not a big celebration like we used to have in the past. Remember, every
Yeah.
year, yes, every year at Achieve, we used to have one big Halloween party. It used to be on a Friday. Remember, everybody would go there and we would have a celebration. Now, the parties are happening inside the classrooms. The students and the teachers, they're having small parties because of the pandemic. Okay? So suppose you have a class at Achieve and your class is at 3:30. Suppose our class. We are 4 students. So the party or the celebration is only our class, okay? Because the
Okay.
school, yeah, because the school is decorated for Halloween, so all the school is decorated for the celebration. So it has this idea that, oh, the school is having a party. No, the school is decorated for Halloween, but the parties, they are happening in the classrooms. Only the groups that are having presential classes, which is not really presential because some classes are presential and online at the same time. They're having half the students, or I don't know, 60 or 70% presential, and the other part online. Sometimes it's less than that. Sometimes it's 30% presential and 70% online. I don't know exactly, but it's hybrid. Okay. One part presential, one part online. But now in November, I think it will be mostly presential. Okay. All right, people.
All right.
Okay, this is what's going on. All the school is decorated for Halloween. So that's what's going on. But the students who are going presentially, they are having a celebration in their classes. So let me show you the final average. Okay, the students who are below the average because at Achieve, the average is 70, okay? The ones that are below 70, it's because they still have to do something. They still have to present a project or more than one project, okay? So let me share here. Can you see the page with the final averages?
Yeah.
Yes? So here we have here Manu. I think Manu is not here today. 70. Rebecca, 78. Congratulations. I don't know if you can see. Can you see, guys? Is it visible for you? Kawani, 89. Very good. Yes, you passed. Ana Alice, 74. Congratulations. Pedro, 64. Pedro, you are below average because you need to do one project, remember?
Yeah, teacher. Fiquei
Okay.
very sad because disso.
Yes, I know. So here you are not approved, okay? You need to present one project. You and William, right? William also needs to present. Actually, William needs to present one, two, three, four.
Ô, teacher,
Yes, Pedro.
a senhora viu que eu não tô enrolando, tanto que meu projeto já tá até pronto, né?
Yes, I know. Okay, so as soon as you present, your final average will change. Okay, guys? All right, Annalise. Okay? Annalise,
Okay.
Rebecca, Kawane. Okay, so that's why I tell you the projects are really important because they help you in your final average. Okay, it's very important. All right, people. So back to our page on Google Classroom. Like I promised, and I noticed you had a lot of difficulties when you were doing your test. I will review some important points, okay, especially about Unit 10, which was very present in our test. So today we will talk about comparatives as. Before we start, let me just show you the comparatives that we have. Okay, so let me try to share this window here. Yes, working with, let me just try to share this window. Wait a minute. Yes. Okay, guys, can you see this picture that says degrees of adjectives? Yes? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yes. So guys, just like in Portuguese, in English, it's the same. We have degrees of adjectives, okay? So adjectives, they are divided into degrees. Degrees, the same as graus, okay? So they are divided into 2 degrees, comparative and superlative, okay? It's just like in Portuguese. All right, people. So far, so good? Yes? Okay, Pedro. We have comparative and we have superlative. Okay?
Ok.
All right? So in comparative, we have comparatives of equality, inferiority, and superiority. Okay? So in the first degree, we have 3 separations or 3 divisions. Now, in the superlative, we have 2 divisions, inferiority and superiority, okay? So this is how we divide the adjectives, all right? For example, let's see. We use adjectives to give qualities to things. For example, good, bad, beautiful, they are qualities. For example, hard, difficult, boring, okay? All these words are adjectives. And we use degrees of adjectives when we compare two or more things. For example, if we compare two cities, Rio and São Paulo, okay? So let's talk about the size of the cities. Rio is small, São Paulo is big, okay? So Rio is small, São Paulo is big. So let's compare, okay? Let's compare Rio and São Paulo, okay? So comparative of superiority. São Paulo is bigger than Rio. São Paulo is bigger than Rio. Comparative of superiority, right? Now let's use comparative of equality. Okay? Rio isn't as big as São Paulo. Rio isn't as big as São Paulo. Okay? I can use the comparative of equality in affirmative or negative. Okay? Now I used in the negative. Now let's use inferiority. Rio is less, let's say, let's compare in terms of, let's talk about in terms of violence. I don't know if Rio is more violent than São Paulo, probably. So let's say São Paulo is less violent than Rio. So comparative of inferiority. São Paulo is less, a little, let's say, a little less violent than Rio, okay? São Paulo is a little less violent than Rio. Because in Rio, there are more slums, there are more communities, okay? So inferiority. Now, let's see the superlative, okay? We have two divisions, inferiority and superiority. So the superlative we use, remember, we can say the biggest or the most, depending on the adjective. If it's a small adjective, we have to add est. So the best, the biggest, right? So let's say São Paulo is the biggest city in the southeast. São Paulo is the biggest city in the southeast. Superiority. All right. Another example. Let's use the word expensive. Which one is the most expensive? Rio or São Paulo to live? I think Rio is the most expensive. Yeah, Rio is the most expensive city to live in. I don't know why, but I think Rio is the most expensive. Okay, superiority. Now, inferiority. Okay, the beaches. I'm talking about now the beach, okay? Because we have beaches in Rio and in São Paulo, all right? The beaches in São Paulo are the least beautiful. I prefer the beaches in Rio. They are more beautiful, okay? So the beaches in São Paulo are the least beautiful, especially the ones in Santos, right? They're not beautiful at all, okay? All right, so this is inferiority. All right, people. So now let me close this. I gave you some examples, just speaking. Now, let me show you another window so we can see the examples and you can understand better. All right. Can you see the picture? Yes. Is it visible for you?
Yes.
Okay. This is an example of a comparative of equality. Okay, guys. As or not as. Okay? So here we have, when comparing the attributes of two things, we use a standard set of constructions. When the attributes are equal, we can use this structure, okay? Look at the example. We have twin brothers, all right? So look at that. Tom is as tall as his brother. Look. They are just the same height. Look at Tom and look at his brother. So Tom is as tall as his brother. So you have to use as on both sides of the adjective, before and after. Okay, and you don't change the adjective. It stays the same, right? Another example. I am as hungry as you are. So I am hungry and you are hungry. We are the same level of hungry. So I am as hungry as you are. Okay, next one. Sally is as nice as Jane. Sally is nice and Jane is nice too. They are both nice. So to say that they are equally nice, I can use this structure. Sally is as nice as Jane. All right, people. Okay, any questions? No, is it okay? So,
Yeah.
all right. So let me get here now an example in the negative. Okay, so let me share. All right, can you see the picture? Now I'm showing an example of comparative of equality in the negative, okay? Look at the example. Here we have a turtle and a rabbit. Of course, they are different, okay? So look at the example. Can we have a volunteer to read the example?
Fadli?
Yes, of course, please.
A turtle is not as fast as a rabbit.
Great, thank you. Okay, guys, so in the negative, You just have to put the verb to be in the negative form. Okay, just that.
Okay.
The adjective doesn't change, and you keep as before and as after. Okay, so there you go. A turtle is not or could be. A turtle isn't as fast as a rabbit. All right. Okay, so done with comparative of equality, affirmative, and negative. Let's try to do some exercise to practice. Very short, okay? I promise. Okay, let me get an exercise here. Okay. All right. So can you see the worksheet that says comparisons of equality? Yes? So let's do. It's only a very short exercise, only 7 questions. Let me try to make it a little bigger. I think now it's okay. Yes? Is it okay for you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we have some adjectives in the yellow box. We have bright, tall, yellow, old, heavy, fast, and big. And we should complete the sentences using these adjectives, but using comparatives of equality, affirmative or negative, right? SS. So let's see the first one. That clock is my grandmother.
As older as.
Yes, very good. As old as my grandmother. Excellent. So that clock is as old as my grandmother. That's the idea, okay? They are both very old. My grandmother is old and that clock is old too, okay? Now, number 2. The elephant is
As heavy as.
Okay. All right, Pedro, can you follow? Okay, Annalise. Yes, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. The elephant is as heavy as that truck. It means they are both heavy. Okay. Number 3, bananas are
Has yellow has.
no, pay
S.
attention. As yellow.
S.
Okay. As yellow as corn. Okay, they are both yellow. So bananas are yellow as corn. Number 4, the light shines
As bright. Bright as in
as
health.
bright.
Bright.
Okay, as the sun. Oh, we don't need to put as because it's already here. So we don't need to include, okay? Because we cannot
Okay.
repeat. So the light shines as bright as the sun, okay? You can say imagine you're talking to a boy, right? Imagine you meet a boy and the boy is handsome. So you can say, wow, you are as handsome as a model. Okay, it's a nice way to compliment a good looking boy. Okay, wow, you're as handsome as a model. Are you a model? Okay, number 5, your school. Here it's your school. I think it's your school bag. Here it's missing it's actually not an S. It's a G. It's your school bag is as,
As big as a rock.
yes, as big as a rock. Okay. Here could be as big as a rock or as heavy as a rock, could also be. Okay. Number 6, the kids are,
As taller. No, as tall. Perdão.
yes, as tall as the tree.
As the tree.
You see how easy? You don't need to change the adjective. You just have to put as, okay? As before the adjective and as after the adjective. As tall as the tree. The cheetah runs,
As fast as.
okay. The cheetah runs as fast as the impala. Okay. Here we can maybe change. Number 2 says the elephant is as heavy as that truck. Maybe we could say as big as that truck. And here put as heavy as a rock. Because maybe the comparison here, the elephant and the truck, maybe the comparison is to the size of the elephant, probably. So let's change here. And here the school bag, the comparison is not the size, but the weight. Okay, so let's change. As heavy as a rock. Because usually school bags are heavy, right? Let's try. Let's see. Then checking the answers. Don't check. I don't know what's going on. Well, they don't check for some reason. But anyway, everything is correct. Okay, people, no problem. All right. I will post this for you later on. Okay, so back to our page on Google Classroom. We've done the first part, comparative as, and the negative, you just have to put the verb to be in the negative. Now let's see less than and the least. Okay, let's see that. Here we have a picture. So let me just go back to our page here on Google Meet. All right, what's the meaning of less than? Can you see the picture? Yes. So less than, yes, less than is like this symbol here. You know, the mathematical symbol that we use, okay? It's the same. And it's the opposite of more than, okay? So when something is less than, it's because I'm using the comparative of inferiority. Remember the degrees I showed you. We have the comparatives of equality, the comparative of superiority, when I say more than or bigger than, and the comparative of inferiority. So let's go there. It's easy to work with this. For example, I said that São Paulo is a little less violent than Rio, for example, okay? So I'm comparing two cities, two places, and I'm saying that Rio is less violent than Rio, okay? And then let's see the other one, the least. So let me share this window. Okay. This one here is the superlative of inferiority. Less is the comparative of inferiority. And this one here is the superlative of inferiority. When I say that something is the least, it's like, you know, the opposite of the most, okay? So look at that. When I have short adjectives or long adjectives, it's the same, okay? So look at the construction. She is the least thin of all, or she is the least beautiful of all. All right, when I compare one item to the rest of the group, okay? So it's very simple, okay? Now let's move on. Let's do some exercises. Let's take a look there. Yes, here, this is really nice. I like this structure. Let me try to share this with you. Yes, can you see that, people? Here, they are summarizing the three forms of comparatives. We have the comparative of inferiority. Remember, less than, when I said São Paulo is less violent than Rio. The comparative of equality. Rio is as interesting as São Paulo. And comparative of superiority. São Paulo is bigger than Rio. São Paulo is bigger than Rio. I say bigger because big is a short adjective. Okay. Now with a bigger adjective, when I have a big word, I use more than. So I can say, for example, Rio is more expensive than São Paulo. Okay. Rio is more expensive than São Paulo. Okay, so these three forms are comparatives: inferiority, equality, and superiority. All right, in the superiority, we have to pay attention to the size of the adjective, if it's a short adjective or a big adjective. Okay, equality is easy. All right, so this is very nice. Now the superlative, then we have 2 degrees. We have superlative of superiority and superlative of inferiority. Okay, so let's do some exercises. It's amazing how hot it is today, isn't it? I don't know why, but it's really hot today. It's cloudy, but it's hot. Okay, this worksheet I will show you. It's really a mix of everything we've seen. So let's try to share this with you. Okay, people, can you visualize this worksheet? Yes, it says comparatives and superlatives. Yes? Can you see that? Comparative and superlative. Read and complete with the comparative and superlative. This is a little longer because it has 20 sentences. Just for you to remember how to actually to work with comparative and superlative in one exercise. Okay, so let's see the first one. This exercise is than the previous exercise. Here we are comparing two exercises. Okay, so here we have the word then. When I have the word then, I'm comparing. And as you can see, guys, it's a comparative of superiority, right? So look at the adjective easy. So how can I compare using easy? Hello, is there anybody there?
Um, then easier than.
Easier than, very good. Remember, easy is a short adjective. And when I compare, I have to put ER. But here I have the letter Y, so I have to drop the Y and put IER. Okay? Very good. So this exercise is easier than the previous exercise. Okay? Next one. Look at this. This TV show is,
More interesting.
look, more interesting. I could do that if I had another TV show. I'm not comparing here two things. Look, I use more interesting or easier when I have two elements. Here I have two elements. I have this exercise and the previous exercise. But here I don't have two options. Maybe in the context, I may have another TV show, but here in the exercise, I don't have another TV show. There is only one TV show. So when I have only one, I should consider the superlative. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this TV show is, when I talk, yes, when I go ahead,
I don't know.
okay. When I have to use the superlative, the most important part is the article, the, and if it's a long adjective, then I have to put the word most. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So two important words, the article, the, and the word most. Okay. Now, if it's a short adjective, I only put the word the, and then I add the suffix est to the adjective. All right. But this here is a long adjective, so I have to include the word most. So the most, and then I keep the adjective intact. I don't change the adjective. So I just repeat the adjective. The most interesting. Okay,
Okay.
just that. Now, number 3. Yesterday was
More
day.
hot. More
So
hot than.
let's see. Here, you want to use comparative. Okay? You want to say hotter than. Okay? So hotter than I use when I compare two things. All right? Especially because hot is a small adjective like easy. Easy, hot, big, they
Hot.
are. Yes. So when I have small adjectives, I just have to add er. So it becomes hotter than. So it would be yesterday was hotter than today. So I
Okay.
would have 2 days to compare. I would compare yesterday and today. Okay? So yesterday was hotter than today. But here, I don't have today. I just have yesterday was day of the year. So I'm just putting yesterday in comparison of all the days of the year. So here it's superlative. Okay. So I have to use the article. Remember, in a superlative situation, I have to put the article, the, and look at the adjective, hot. It's a short adjective, so it's not like interesting. Interesting is a long adjective, so I have to put most. Here, no. Here, it's a short adjective, so I don't put most. So I just have to add the suffix est to the word. So I have to put the adjective and then add est. But look, is this correct? No. I have to double the last consonant. Why? Because here, hot is a vowel sandwich. I have consonant, vowel, and consonant. There is a vowel in the middle of two consonants. So because of this, I have another phenomenon. So I have to double the T. Now it's okay. Okay, so I have to add est and I have to double the T. So yesterday was the hottest day of the year. Yesterday was the hottest day of the year. All right? Okay, Pedro. Okay, Kawane. All right. All right, Annalise. Now look at number 4. Now, let's see. Here we have, it is best of all. So here we have only one dast. We don't have 2 dasts. We have only one. So it's,
The most difficult.
yes, very good. Perfect. Simple. Difficult is a long adjective. So I just have to put the most. Okay. Now, number 5. This pen writes than my previous one. So here I have two different pens. I have this pen and I have my previous one. So I have two pens I'm comparing. So here it's comparative here. Now look at the adjective, good. Good is irregular.
Oh.
So how can I compare using the word good? I have
As
to,
better as.
no,
As better than.
it's not comparative of equality. No, this is not all the, in this exercise, all the comparatives and all the superlatives are of superiority, okay? In this exercise here, the comparatives and the superlatives are of superiority, all right? So here, this pen here is more than the previous one, okay? So how can I say this using the adjective good?
Is better than.
Very good. Excellent. Better. I just have to use the word better because good is irregular. Okay. So this pen writes better than my previous one. All right. With the adjective good, I don't use any other word. Okay. Now look, this book is than that film. So I'm comparing two things, the book and the film. So
The
it's
excited.
comparative.
Um.
I'm comparing two elements. So if I'm comparing two elements, it's comparative, not superlative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So look, yes, it's
Most
no, it's not
excited than.
superlative. Yes, it's not superlative. I'm comparing. So more. This book is more
Excited than.
exciting. Yes, in the comparative, okay? In the comparative, when the adjective is long, it's just like in the superlative. We don't change the adjective. We just add the word more, okay?
Okay.
More exciting than, all right? It's the same as in the superlative. In the superlative, we add the most, okay? The most interesting. In the comparative, we add the word more. More exciting than, okay? Here, I have to use the comparative because I have this book and that film, two elements, okay? Now, this pupil is in the class. Now, the word intelligent.
The most intelligent.
Mhm. Excellent. Here, I'm just comparing the pupil to the entire class. So, superlative. Okay, when I compare one element to the group, it's the superlative. Okay, the most intelligent. Yes, exactly. Now, number 8. Now it's easy. This is castle in Britain.
The most old.
Pay attention. Old.
Oldest.
Old
Old
is,
year.
pay attention. Look at this. It's like hot. It's a short adjective. So it's not the most old. I can't say that because old is a short adjective. So I can't say the most old. I can say the most intelligent because intelligent is a long adjective, but I cannot say the most old. I have to say the
Oldest.
oldest. All right? Old, I just have to add the suffix est, just that, okay? So this is the oldest castle in Britain. This is the oldest castle in Britain. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here in number 9, we are comparing two things, friends and money.
Money.
Friends are,
Mm, more important.
yes, very good, more important than money, comparative, and comparative with a long adjective. So I have to use more important than, okay? Number 10, this watch is than the necklace. Again, I'm comparing two things.
What
This
is necklace?
necklace is the same as colar, okay?
Oh, thank you.
So here I'm comparing two things, the watch and the necklace.
More expensive.
Yes, very good. So the watch or this watch is more expensive than the necklace. Ok, Annalise? Ok, Kawane? Ok, Pedro? Yes? Pedro, can you hear me? Now, number 11. This actor is actor in Spain.
It's comparative.
Pay attention. This actor is actor in Spain. So I'm comparing this actor to the entire Spain.
More famous.
Pay attention. I'm comparing this actor to the entire Spain, to all the countries. So it's not comparative, it's superlative.
Relative.
Yes.
Most
Comparative.
famous.
Yes. Comparative is only when I compare two things. Okay,
Mm,
here I'm not comparing two things. I'm comparing one to a group. Okay, so this actor is, first of all, I have to use,
the most famous.
the, yes, very good. Don't forget the article, okay? The most famous. Okay, the most famous actor in Spain. Now, let's see, number 12. English is then,
More easier.
pay attention. Yes, here I'm comparing two things, English and Italian. But easy is not like expensive. Expensive is a long adjective. So I say more expensive. But easy is not a long adjective. Easy is a short adjective.
More easiest.
No, I don't use more when I compare short adjectives. I don't use the word more.
The
Okay?
easier.
Pay
This is
attention. Pay attention.
no.
The I use for superlative. Okay? The most, these things I use for superlative. Okay? Um, in this case here, we are talking about short adjectives, comparative, okay? So here, short adjectives, I have to add ER, like here, okay? Easier,
Ah,
better, okay?
okay.
It's comparative. So here we have to do just like this. Look, easier, okay? We drop the Y and we put ER. So English is easier than Italian. So we start the word, and when we have to put Y, we drop the Y and we add IER. So English is easier than Italian. It's comparative, not superlative, okay? Now, number 13, hostels are than hotels. So we are comparing two things, hostels and hotels. Again, comparative, and it's a short adjective. So,
Um, more,
no, we don't put more when we have a short adjective. Forget more. We use more when it's a long adjective.
cheaper,
Cheaper. Yes. We don't put I in this case because we only use I when the adjective ends in Y. Okay? Here, this adjective ends with the letter P. So we don't need to use the letter Y, or sorry, the letter I. Okay? So hostels are cheaper. Just that. Okay? You have to put only the ER to make the comparative. Okay? So
okay.
hostels are cheaper than hotels. Now, number 14. Ah, that's easy. My sister than me. So we are comparing two people, my sister and me.
The more older,
No,
the most
remember,
older.
no. Look, we are comparing. So old is a
Oh,
short, yes, it's a short adjective. So we don't use more. We just
we
have to add ER.
we use just older.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
It's easy, okay? My sister is older than me. There is only the verb here missing. My sister is older than me. Okay.
okay.
Number 15. This cake is
Um,
an ice cream.
it's comparative.
Yes, of course, because you have cake and ice cream. So two things. And the adjective now is big.
Big,
So it's a long adjective. Now you can use
more delicious,
yes. Okay. Number 16. This dress is,
more beautiful.
uh-oh. I know you like to use more, but look, there is no other dress. There is only one dress. Look,
Ah,
yeah. This dress is in the shop. There's no other dress. So here I'm comparing this dress to all the dresses in the shop. So it's superlative. So let's use the article.
The most
Yeah,
beautiful.
very good.
It's a little confused.
Yes, you have to pay attention because if you don't see the other element, then you have to put superlative. Okay? Number 17. This t-shirt is than that t-shirt. Here we have two elements.
Bad year.
Pay attention. Bad is just the same as good. It's irregular. So I have to, we have to know the form. The comparative form for the word bad is worse.
Worse.
Worse, only worse. It's called irregular adjective. It changes completely. It doesn't follow the same rule as the others. So we don't put ER, okay? So it's just worse, okay? This t-shirt is worse than that t-shirt. Now, number 18. My car is than yours.
It's superlative or comparative?
Look, what do you think? We have my car and your car.
True. Comparative.
Yes.
The
So if it's comparative,
more. No,
okay.
no. Sorry. More modern.
Right. More modern than. Okay. Number 19. I want phone in the shop.
Vai ficar, o new vai ficar sozinho. Vai ficar
Yes.
newer.
Newer is comparative. And here, I'm not comparing. Here, it's not comparative.
Eu sei que o new vai ficar sozinho. Agora como vai ficar, não sei.
How do we make the superlative? When I make the superlative of a short adjective, I have to add est. Okay, in this case, the adjective is short. New is a short adjective. So I have to put the article, and because it's a short adjective, I just write the adjective and I add est, the newest. Okay? So I want the newest phone in the shop. Okay? So that's the rule for short adjectives. Now, number 20. My dog is than hers.
I have two things, yeah?
Yes. There is my dog and there is her dog.
More young.
Young is considered young is considered a short adjective. So if it's a short adjective, I don't put more. I have to add ER only.
Okay.
So just that. My dog is younger than hers. Okay, just that. So in this exercise, we only had examples of superiority, comparative, and superlative. Okay, only that. Yes, here they are considering wrong because I put the verb. Okay, excuse me. But here, you should. I'm sorry. We should only put older without the verb because it's missing the verb. My sister is older than me, just because of that. Okay, but everything else is correct. So that's why they say here 10 out of 10. All right.
Okay.
I will post this worksheet for you so you can do this worksheet again, right? And I will also post something about Halloween. I was thinking of showing you this so you can do some Halloween activities, but we don't have time to do. All right, people. But I will post that for you. Okay, so you can do for homework the worksheets that we did today in class. All right, people. So let me show you here our page on Google Classroom. So try to do the worksheets we did in class. And I will also post some activities for you to see a little bit more about Halloween. I was going to do it today, but then I decided to focus more on comparatives. All right, people, because you need to review that. Okay, so let me go to our page. It's super hot today, incredibly hot. I will share more information with you. Okay, guys, I will post here on our page on Google Classroom. Don't worry. Okay, so let me stop presenting here. I just want to take a picture just to confirm your attendance before we go, and then you can do your activities. People, thank you very much for coming. And don't forget, guys, if you are missing any evaluation, don't forget to do your test on Friday, right? Pedro, don't forget to do your test. Thank you, Rebecca, Annalise, Pedro, Kawane, and thank you so much for coming. I hope to see you again on Monday. And next week, guys, we will be presential, right? We will be at school. So we were supposed to go to Achieve. We have class on Monday, all right? Even though Tuesday is a holiday, we have class on Monday. Don't forget. So the class will be presential, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, guys. So you have to go to Achieve. Okay? Don't forget. All right, people.
But ainda vai ter aula online?
I don't know. I don't know. I
Você
don't.
vai no presencial segunda-feira? Dar aula presencialmente?
Yes. I will. I will be there.
Ok.
Okay? I will be presential. So try to be there and we will have presential class. Okay, people? I don't know if we will have class online. I'm not sure about that, but make sure you ask the school if they will have class online. I don't know about it. I don't think so. I think classes will be 100% presential. I think so. Okay. Try to get in touch with the school on Friday so you know before Monday if the class on Monday will be only presential or if it will be mixed. All right, people.
Ok.
Okay, guys. My goodness, my throat is terrible today. Sorry. So hope to see you on Monday, guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye. I have
Thank
a nice week.
you too, guys. Have a nice weekend. Thank you, Annalise. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Kawan. Bye-bye, Pedro. Have a nice week. Don't forget your test. Bye, Kawane. Take
Bye.
care. Bye-bye, guys. Take care. Bye-bye, guys. Take care. Let me try to save here. Thank you, Kawane. Thank you, Pedro.